Everybody, it's Omar. It is 7:55 p.m. Valentine's Day 2018, and this video is going to be a quick video just reviewing the plays for today, and then I'm going to make a separate video building the watch list. It'll be already built, and then I'll review the key plays because I don't have a lot of time, and I just want to make these quick and effective. But I want to show you guys something. So these were the stocks on my watch list, okay guys? And Twitter, I was very active today because I was working from home. So, I just wanted to show you that, that I can call plays in real time, and I gave you a lot of gems, stocks that weren't on this watch list. I called out based on alerts that I had. So let's review those plays. Okay, so first up, UAA, okay, was on my watch list, right? Let me pull this up in the big chart. Let's lock it in. So what happens is when a stock hits an alert, like the alert trigger disappears. So what I usually do is when I create the alert, I put a trend line first, and then I put the alert, so that when the alert disappears, I can still see the trend line. And I just want to show you how support and resistance really plays a huge factor into trading. All right, so this is the last 2 days, right? And we placed trend lines based off support and resistance from yesterday, right? So we put, yes, this was yesterday's high, we put a trend line there. We put a trend line here in the lower high. This was another support level here, right? Then we put another trend line here at 1621 because this was a support level, and then one down here at this 1560 level, right? So we had these lines here set up, right? So the market opens, and what I said was if it breaks below, like now pre-market, the stock got up to look to this resistance point of 1694. If you notice, it got to a high of 1691 and then got rejected, and it started pulling back pre-market, right? So now the stock is gapping down, market opens, and I said in my notes for the alert here, I said if it holds 621 as support by the dip, but if it breaks down, you short it. And right here at 1621 at the break below, I actually took a short here. I shorted it, and I just wrote it down. I actually posted it on Twitter, and the stock had this lower high form, and then it just continued to wash. And then once I saw this doji, a lot of times this is like a reversal that's about to take place, and then right in this candle I covered at 1592. So I got short about, I think it was like 1619, and I covered at like 1592, 2,000 shares. All right, nice quick profit. Okay, and then what did I say? I also said since 1621 was a key support level, right? I said if it can get above 1621 and hold, take it long. So, so all I basically did was I watched the stock, and I saw it gapped up. It kind of got rejected here by the 50-day simple day moving average. But look what's happening, guys. It's holding that support line right here, which also happens to be consistent with the Fibonacci line too. Just so you know, that was like aligned with this, let me see. It was the 50% retracement. It was like kind of aligned with that 50% retracement. 50% retracement was 1619, just so you know. But really, if you notice, like, we focused right on that support level, right? Stocks gaps up, and I see, kind of holding here. And I'm kind of like not sure to get in because I see the sideways consolidation, but it looks to me like it's gonna run because remember UAA had good news. So I saw this volume candle come in. I saw it get above 1636, and when I was about to pull the trigger, then I saw this candle here, and I got a little spooked. But when I saw it pull back right here and hold 1624 right here, and the volume came in, I got in this candle, and I got executed at 1630. And literally, I have not sold my shares. So I'm still holding this. And I barely ever hold a stock overnight. But I felt real comfortable getting in. And as you can see, the stock literally just gapped up. Now, look at this. 1694 was the next resistance point. Look what happens. The stock breaks above it and consolidates sideways right at that 1694 level. It's no accident, guys. It's support and resistance. Remember, when stock traders look at a stock, they're literally looking at digital dots on a screen. Nobody knows what a stock is going to do. So they need some sort of catalyst to know when to buy or sell stock. And it's all based off support and resistance, So you know, and I put that, and you know, we wrote it yesterday. If you watched the video, I said if it holds 1694, go long, but if it rejects 1694, take it short. But it held it. It formed this flag pattern, broke right above it. You notice here, it got above 1710, which was which was yesterday's high. So same thing, right? If it holds above and holds 1710, you go long. If it rejects it short, and you know, it gapped up, it pulled back, gapped up, pulled back, but you see it formed this higher low here. Oops, let me go here. Oh, sorry about that. It formed this higher low here, which you know, made me comfortable to stay in. So I literally just stood in as this thing went off. I mean, crazy, ridiculous, you know. It pulled back, and right now it's at that 1760. I may just, you know, we'll see what happens. I'll probably sell it pre-market because I think it's probably going to give back a lot maybe tomorrow. But I held overnight. We'll see. We'll see what happens, you know. So, you know, fantastic trade. And you see, all based off support and resistance. This stock will be on the watch list for tomorrow too when I make the next video. Next up, CHGG, Chegg, right? Look what we did. We had two alerts, right? I had an alert set at yesterday's high of 1996. I had an alert set at 1850. Look what happens. Look what happens, guys. Literally, the market opens, the stock pulls back, bounces right off support and takes off. You could have dip bought it there. And if you watched yesterday, I said, hey, you know, if it holds 1850, you know, you take it long. If it rejects it, short it. And I thought that it was actually gonna, because I think it had a gap to fill based off yesterday's yeah. So my expectation, or at least what I thought would happen, was because it has this gap to fill below that, it was gonna tank. Now, do I still think it's gonna tank? Probably. You know, and we can literally put this on tomorrow's watch list again. I mean, you know, literally. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put an alert for 1850. All right. So if it short breakdown of 1850 or dip buy if hold support. What I love about Thinkorswim is that, you know, like you know, if it never gets back, if it doesn't get up to 1996, let's say, you know, a week goes by, 2 weeks, a month goes by, you know, as long as I leave that there, eventually when it breaks, it'll come on a message center. There's this message center here where all the alerts you create pop up, and it alerts on your phone, and that's how you find. I missed NUGT today. I had an alert set for it. Fucking thing went 2-3 points, and I missed my entry. But I used like all my leverage today, like buying all these stocks, because I also bought BP. But yeah, so I took CHG. So I just wanted to show you that look, it bounced off that support level, and you could have got from 1850 almost a point off that. You know, it didn't have a ton of volume. You know, it's not like a ton of volume here, but enough where you could have got at least 500 shares easily and got executed. You know. But yeah, I just want to show you that key support and resistance levels are so important in trading. All right, let's look at the next stock, UA. Okay, UA, we had some key support and resistance levels based off yesterday, right? So this was the high, 1565. The next support level was 1549. The next one was 1540. And then 1477 was a clear support level. Well, all right, let's see what happens. Market opens, stock sells off, right? Breaks down. All right, it you know, for a second there, it touched at 1477, held, closed at 1480, and then the next candle, you know, it panicked, gapped up, broke below it, came down, retraced to the 50% retracement, and then took off, literally right off the 50% retracement on the fibs. Now, what I want to call your attention to is, look at this. So the stock starts gapping up, right? Gaps up, gets rejected by the 50-day movement. Look what happens. It literally bounced off that trend line that we put, right, off the key support level, and goes off and running. You know, just you could have took this here, and then when you say, because I usually tell people don't buy the breakout, you know, let the stock gap up and see it pull back, and then you want to see it hold that level before you get in. Well, you see the gap up, you see the pullback. This is the high and low. So once you see this, you can trade. This is where you take the trade, risking this off this. That's all you do. And you look at this. This thing just went with wherever UAA goes, UA goes. Okay, and you can see, you know, it just gapped up all day. Now let's look at these trend lines. So you see it gaps up. Look at this, consolidates right in this 1540, between 1540 and 1549, which was the next key support and resistance levels. Okay, breaks above it, breaks above 1565, right? But I always tell you, don't buy the high day, because at this point this is the high day. I always tell you, wait to see if it's gonna hold that level as support before you go. Because let's say you chase here and you size in heavy, look what happens. You took a big dump, and you would have, you know, you could have panicked, sold, and took a loss. But you notice here it's kind of like consolidating sideways. But what you notice here is that it forms a new support level here, 1554. You know, gaps up, pulls back, holds that 1554. So now you got that double bottom here, and that's telling you that there's a potential for it to go. Look, gaps up, breaks above the 1565 level, pulls back. But now this is the real entry. Look, you got that pullback, and you're starting to get the volume. Now you know that it's gonna hold above 1567, and you gotta take off. Sometimes, you know, you gotta give these things time to move, and you gotta be patient, you know. And you could have banked. Look at this. Look at this bank. All off support and resistance. This will be on the watch list for tomorrow too, because whatever UAA does, UA will do too. Next up, VECO. All right, VECO. Okay, this was a stock that we had. There was two levels that I wanted to see. I wanted to see if it was gonna break below $17, because I thought it would get back down to $15. But to my surprise, and you know, not a lot of volume, real choppy stock, but you know, it did. When the market opened, it pulled up, sideways, consolidated, and here it broke the key level. But there was no clear good entry here, because the move happened so fast. It broke the high day so fast with that, you know, it would have been very hard to capture this. And once it's all the way up here, like, I'm not trading it, because there's the risk reward is just, it's too much. You could risk, unless you like, you know, you're gonna risk like 200 shares or something small where you're not, you know. I didn't anticipate this, but it did keep going. All right, we'll see tomorrow. I mean, this is due for a pullback probably tomorrow. Twitter was another one we had on our list. God, this thing is moving so slow. Okay, so Twitter. All right, yeah, this was the trend line that I was telling everybody that it was gonna get squeezed, and I said it was gonna probably touch $34. It got up to as high as $33.98 before it sold off. But let me remove this just so you can see this clearly. Remove this here too. Okay, so all right, so these were the these were the support and resistance lines from yesterday, right? This was yesterday's high day. This was you know, the next key level here. All right, and then we have some support down here. Okay, more support here, right? So these were the levels that we were playing off of yesterday, right? That we put for today. Put the alerts. Okay, let's see what happens. Market opens, breaks above 32.75, right? Gaps up, right? Now this happened fast, and there was so much volume that you could have. Usually, I like to see it break and pull back, but you know, when you see volume like this, sometimes you could just go for it. You know, you could, you know, but which I don't recommend you do all the time. You know, because you don't want to get into that habit. But you know, gaps up, gets a lot of volume, pulls back, touches VWAP, gaps up. So now it's above the 33.11, but you know, it's not holding. You got the sideways consolidation, and look what happens. The stock retraces literally back to the previous support level. And this is what all the smart buyers got in. They said, oh wow, it's holding 32.75, and this is where all that volume comes in, and that's what took the stock up, and you know, kind of consolidated right below the next support level, holds that, and then once it breaks through, it just rocketed up. So you had clear, nice entries, you know, and look what happens. Stock pulls back, right? Look, it hits the next support level, 33.65. This was all in the video yesterday. We built these alerts. I said if it rejects it, short it. If it breaks it and holds it, go long. Look what happens. Retraces back where? To the previous support level. Holds that level. Guess what it does? Now it takes off again. And here we go. And then we get back to where? The previous resistance level, which now is holding as support. So when people see this hold and they take this up, and it got to a high of 33.90, but it couldn't hold. This is why I tell you, don't buy the high day breakout when it breaks out. You want to see it hold, and it consolidated sideways, and then it just kind of like washed, pulled back to the previous support line, you know, and then held here 33.65, and then, you know, kind of got back up to that 33.98, and then washed, and now it's holding. This will be on my watch list for tomorrow. It probably may continue going. ONDK. ONDK, I was just looking at one level, 467. It didn't pull back, so nada. LPX, I actually took this short for a quick short though. You know, stock gapped up. These were, oh, I'm sorry guys. These were the key support and resistance levels from yesterday that we drew out. Okay. And what happened was market opened, okay, and you know, it was sideways consolidated. I saw this here, I actually caught it, and right when it couldn't hold 30.28, I took it short right here at 30.27 really quick, just a quick 1,000 shares. It gapped down all the way down to this 13 level. Once I saw this usually means the trend reversal is coming up. So right into this candle, I sold. So I didn't make much. I got executed at 13.19. So this I made, I think, was like about $100. Not much. All right. Next up, BW. BW. Look what happens. Okay. Look, we have a key high day here. And this was the support level that we were breaking off of. So we were looking at those two levels to potentially take trades. Now this is choppy and it's, you know, not a lot of volume, but I just want to show you how support and resistance just plays a monster level, a monster role in trading. Stock gaps up, breaks our higher day, gets up to 671, retraces way back to that support level, to the breakout level. Hold, you could have took it long. Retraces, guess what? Right back to that support level. And then the smart buyers got in because they say, hey, this is holding as support. And even though it's choppy and it's not a ton of volume, people are buying based off that. And the thing got up to 695, which is crazy. Next up, FOSL. All right, FOSL. This I put on my watch list after hours because it was running after hours. And if you see, okay, market opens, right? Market opens, break below 1625. You could have took it short. We put it on our watch list yesterday. I didn't. It was so many plays, man. It was just too many. You know, you could have took this short because it rejected that 1625 level, gaps all the way down, and it retraces all the way back nearly to the 1351 level. You know, gaps up, breaks above. Not here. Here it wasn't really playing any of the key support and resistance levels. I mean, to me, this is the key level that you could have shorted off of or took it long. You know, once you see it gap up here and hold that VWAP, you could have took it long here. And then here, you know, like let's say you see a situation like this where the stock gaps up past a key level and you're not sure to trade it because you want to see it retrace and you miss your entry. So let's say like it just goes really fast and you're up here, then don't trade it because now you're just gambling. You want to see it kind of like pull back and retrace. I mean, this sort of is a pullback, and you could, in theory, take it. You know, you can take the trade here at 1672, risking 1625. But you know, it's a it's a lot to risk. You know, and not because nobody knows that it was gonna get this high. It got almost to 1806, almost to the pre-market high. You know, and then it didn't get that high, just close to it, and then kind of retraced. All right, POTN. All right, we had a key support level here, a resistance level 69 cents, and then a key support level 62 cents and 56 cents. The market opens, okay. It pulls back, starts gapping up, and I put on Twitter if it holds 69 cents, it can move up. So it breaks above 69, pulls back. You see it holds it, and then it's off and to the races. Got up to 73 cents and then pretty much washed all day. Now look what happens on the wash. All right, so these are the Fibonacci. This is 38, this is a 50, this is a 61. Now, but look what happens. This thing literally bounced off that 59 cent support level, and that's why I'm telling you, key support and resistance plays huge roles in trading. Next up, Riot. Riot, I was looking. I added it this morning just because Bitcoin was running, and I thought if it could break 1814 and hold, it'd be a good trade. I didn't trade this at all. Then I added these two just for you guys: Bank of America and BP. I posted this on Twitter Live. These stocks weren't even on my watch list. They alert the Thinkorswim alerted me based on previous alerts I had set at the previous higher day. And so I had an alert set at $39.98 from a previous day, and I wrote on Twitter, you can go see it for yourself. I said if it holds $39.98, you could see it run. So I saw it go up $39.98, and I saw that sideways consolidation. I saw it gap up to 41, and right here when it pulled back and it held 40, I took it long. So I used because I used my E-Trade account to trade UAA, and then I used the TradeNet account to trade this, and I'm still in BP. So I'm in overnight in both, and BP now I'm up to 40.71. I'm banking right now, you know, and it just ripped and ran, you know, it's all the way up at 40.71. So those were the stocks that we put on the watch list. A lot of opportunity to trade. I just wanted to make a video talking about those key support and resistance levels and how you can make trades off it. I'm gonna make another video now, building the watch list for tomorrow.